Hi people, we have 24.1 here this year, and usually I do these videos in the gym, but ran out of time tonight, so I'm here at my house and I have shall I say, cross quitter taking the video for me.
Hi guys. I'm injured. This is different.
She is injured, but she is currently eating homemade ice cream cake too. Which is very good. All right, let's get down to this. Get this down to business. You probably saw what the workout is. 21, 21, 21, 21, 15, 15, 15. Did I say it 3 times, 4 times? And 9, 9, 9, 9. I think I said 15, 3. So those numbers are dumbbell snatches with one arm and lateral burpees over the bar, and then dumbbell snatches with the other arm and lateral burpees over the bar. So just let's talk standards real quick. The dumbbell snatch, 2 heads of the dumbbell have to touch the ground to start and in between every rep. Okay? 2 heads have to touch the ground. Now, when you are snatching this dumbbell up, you can land in a partial squat to get the dumbbell overhead, but then you need to fully extend to count the rep. Hips extended, knees extended, arm extended, elbow extended, and the arm needs to be over your head. Okay? What I mean by this, a no rep would be, I know Julie's going to go over this in the morning, but I'll go over it now. A no rep would be finishing out in front, finishing with your knees bent, finishing in this position, which is just ugly and not athletic. Okay. In addition, dumbbell has to be over your head. Can't be out to the side, which I'm not sure why you would want to do that. Okay. I think those are all the standards for the dumbbell burpee. I'm sorry, the dumbbell snatches. Pretty self-explanatory. Very simple. Okay. Weights for the dumbbells. This is the only thing that's changing in the workout between RX divisions and scale division is the weight of the dumbbell, as far as I read. Okay. RX ladies is 35, ages 16 to 54. Men's is 50. Teenagers, 14 and 15 is ladies 20. Boys 35. Masters 55 plus RX. Ladies 20. Gents 35, and then scaled 16 to 54, ladies 20, gents 35, and scaled teenagers, ladies 10, gents 20, and scaled masters 55 plus is a 10-pound dumbbell for the ladies and a 20-pound dumbbell for the gents. Okay, so that is a dumbbell snatch. Very self-explanatory. Ooh, correction. I was alternating on my demo. These are not alternating. This is fairly new to us because we are used to alternating a lot in our workouts. These are not alternating. They're going to stay in one arm. And this is important. So you're going to hit 21 with your one arm. Okay? If you cannot hit all 21 and you have to put the dumbbell down, you have to pick it back up with that same arm. Like you can't do 10 on your right arm and then 10 on your left arm and then finish 11. Can't do that. You have to finish all with the one arm. Okay. I think that's it for the dumbbell snatches. Okay. Lateral burpees over the bar, over the dumbbell. I knew I was going to do that. Lateral burpees over the dumbbell. You can gonna go lateral here. You can step back and you can step in any division. Okay, any division. You can use that step in, step out. All right, now as far as going over, from what I understand, what I just read quickly, is every division you have to have 2 feet off of the ground at some point. We did this with my 5 PMers. We did some practice rounds, and a lot of them were stepping over and landing before the other foot was off of the ground. That would be a no rep. Okay. what I'm going to recommend, and this will ensure that both feet get off of the ground, practice this a little bit, is the crossover steps. It's going to look like this. Step out, step in, and then you can hop with that crossover step. That'll do a better job of ensuring that you have both feet off of the ground at some point. Okay? Chest has to hit the ground, thighs have to hit the ground. I think that's it for standards. No, that's not it. This is going to be an issue too, I think, tomorrow. When you're going over the dumbbell, you have to make sure you go over the dumbbell with both feet, and that at no point you go behind the dumbbell or in front of the dumbbell. Okay, so that could get sloppy once we get tired, because I could see something like this happening where, you're doing your burpee and you only make it up to this point, and then you try to get over that quick. That's a no rep. All right, you can't come into contact with the dumbbell at any point either. So if you happen to kick it on your way over, that would be a no rep. All right, so again, very simple on the burpees over the dumbbell. 2 simple movements. So the way that we're all going to be starting this, you have your back to your dumbbell. 3, 2, 1, go. You turn around, you pick up your dumbbell, and you start your snatches with one hand. Okay? You don't have to do them unbroken. You just have to stay in that one arm, though, until you finish all 21. All right? Now, let's talk. I think I got the standards. So, okay, good question. Question is, do you have to do a specific arm first? Answer is no. And as a matter of fact, let's say I start my 21 with my right. I don't have to start my 15 with my right. I can start my 15 with my left. There's no rules on that. I saw that in there. Stepping over is not allowed, even in the scale division, from what I read. Okay? 2-foot takeoff or landing is not allowed. All right? Jumping or stepping in and out of the burpee. Bottom of the burpee is permitted. But I think even for scaled and even for masters, stepping is not allowed. Foundations, it will be, I'm sure, but not in RX or scaled. Okay? Can't use grips. Can't switch arms in the middle. I already said that one. There is a tie break time that needs to be recorded. That tie break time is on the score sheet. After you finish your 22nd set of 21 burpees, note the time. And then the second tie break time would be after you finish your 15 second set of 15 burpees. Note the time. Okay. So not a lot with standards. I think we'll be pretty good with those. The burpee stuff, I do see that probably getting a little sketchy as we get tired. So we're going to have to make sure we keep that clean, meaning getting over and not around the dumbbell in any way, not kicking the dumbbell, getting our chest and our thighs to the ground. And then with the snatch, 2 heads touching, staying the same arm, and getting that full lockout. All right, let's talk strategy. I think if this dumbbell is a doable weight for you, especially some of those scaled and teen divisions, you do all 21 unbroken, all 15 unbroken, and all 9 unbroken. But that does not mean go out from the start with your first sets of 21 hot and yanking this thing off of the ground like crazy fast. Okay? I think you need to hit it very methodically, slow on your 21s, pretty slow, slower than you would think. Up off the ground, maybe a little rest here at the top. And when you're bringing it back to the ground, don't lower it slow. Okay, you want gravity to do the work. Touch, back up, take a rest at the top. Okay, don't sprint through those. Okay, so ideally, hold on to the dumbbell unbroken. You put me on Snapchat doing this. These kids, I can't even handle them. All right, now let's talk burpee strategy. I think it would behoove you, like that word, to test how many burpees, lateral burpees over the dumbbell, can you do comfortably in a minute. Because we have 90 burpees to get through. And if we're going to get, this completed and under the time cap. So how many and test it out. Put a minute on a clock and test out how many can you comfortably do in a minute. Not sprint and do, comfortably do in a minute. And then divide your 90 by that. That should kind of tell you how many minutes you're going to be on those burpees. And that should be a goal. Like hitting your burpees as an EMOM might help you mentally versus, knowing the number and, okay, I just did 6 and I have, 9 left. If I know that I can comfortably do 10 in a minute, I'm going to spend 9 minutes on my burpees. And then, my snatch, I need to make sure I get through with the remaining time to beat the time cap, right? Does that make sense? Okay. Now, back to burpee strategy. If you feel comfortable, you should probably splat yourself to the ground. All right. Step up with both feet and your crossover step. You do not have to stand up at the top of your burpee. I'll show you that again. Splat to the ground, step up. You can stay nice and low, and your crossover step, making sure you're going over the dumbbell. I think that'll be a good strategy for the 21s, for all of the 21s. That step up probably will be a pretty good strategy. Okay, even for the first set of 15s, maybe that's a good strategy. And now you have your second set of 15s and your 2 sets of 9. I think that's when you need to turn everything up. Your second set of 15s. And if you have it in the tank, this is when things are going to get ugly. Second set of 15s, you're going to splat down, jump up, maybe jump over. So again, from the side, I feel like a damn bunny hopping. This is cool. So that strategy, maybe you're looking at second set of 15s and the last 2 sets of 9. But even in those few right there, my heart rate went through the roof. So the 9 snatches are going to be a battle, and I'm taking that battle on. All right. Geez, I think that's it. Yeah, I'm fine. Super excited. Finally getting the open underway. Very simple rep scheme and couplet that we have here. And no gym setup. It's amazing. So many of you guys are going to be able to RX this tomorrow for the first workout, which is super exciting. If you can handle that dumbbell weight, RX this. Okay? If you can handle the dumbbell weight, RX this. Even if it's going to make you not complete it in the time cap of 15 minutes, and even if it's going to make you have to go a lot slower or take more breaks on them, 1 RX rep will be a completed scaled rep all day, every day. Geez, I hope I'm not forgetting anything. Pretty simple workout. That's it. Are you looking at me or are you eating ice cream?
I'm eating ice cream right now.
Okay, so jealous. All right, guys, let's do this. See you tomorrow.